Raintree County. An interesting, long forgotten motion picture with Montgomery Clift, Elizabeth Taylor, and Eve Marie Saint, the latter a favorite of Hitchcock and present in some of his best movies, like North by Northwest. Elizabeth Taylor, goddess of cinema, present in so many movies, also known for her private life. She was married, I don't know, 7 times. Most famous marriage with Richard Burton. That was something to make a parallel with today. Something similar with a marriage between Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt in those days. Tumultuous, explosive at times, probably like the one in which they start together. Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? A masterpiece, one of the best 30 movies ever made, probably, if you ask me. And well, and it's on the list, on many of the lists of best movies. I'm thinking Time Magazine Best 100, New York Times Best 1000 movies. Termina. And Montgomery Clift, another divine artist. Although in his case it's a more difficult situation. We learn from documentaries, termina, on cinema, on movies and actors that termina, tâmpitule. That he actually would have been better adapted to the life in a small town as a manager of a shop or something, because he was not at ease with the celebrity life. He wasn't termina. He was a sensitive person. He wasn't like the celebrities and most of the actors we know of today, and well, in that other age. Remarkable and extraordinary also in his absence. Posolește-te, porcule, că-ți dau una de mori. We learn from a classic of cinema world, Adventures in the Screen Trade by William Goldman, that he declined to be in the cast of 3 movies, and thus we have Marlon Brando for On the Waterfront, Paul Newman launched with Somebody Up There Loves Me, and then James Dean for East of Eden, maybe it was. All 3 roles that were had been offered to Montgomery Clift, and he didn't take part. In fact, he didn't make so many movies, not as many as others do and used to. Termina. In this, there is a love triangle. Elizabeth Taylor, nominated for an Oscar for Best Actress in a leading role for this film, which was nominated in all for 4 Oscars. She has a very troubled, complex portrait to offer the public, because the character she plays is eccentric, beautiful, with joie de vivre, but then she's also crazy from one moment on. She imagines things. I don't know if that's schizoid personality or something else, But the fact is that she is having a negative effect overall, particularly on the hero character, Montgomery Clift, who marries her thinking he has to because he will be a father. His would-be wife is pregnant, which she's not. She lied about that. And she will tell him. She lied about other things too, stories she tells. And she has this vicious, despicable aspect. Well, a few actually, but this is probably the worst. And she's not alone in that, in fact, at the time. We're talking before and during the Civil War. She is against abolition. Her husband is, in fact, at one point he says, you have 2 slaves. If you don't free them by this evening, I will not return home. I'm against this. She knew that, in fact. And I won't have slaves in my house. So she makes a show of this. And it's a very tumultuous, destructive in so many ways. Termina! Relationship. There is also Eva Marie Sand, her character, who is kind, generous. She is the light against the shadow. She is cerebral termina, logical, decent, kind, friendly, warm against the troubled, dark, lying, difficult. She offers balance. The other one is very unpredictable. Opposites, really. But what can they do? He's trapped. So in this threesome, in this menage a trois, maybe there is no hope. Maybe there is no happiness. But 3 hours and a few minutes of movies, so there's a lot going on, and there should be some surprises. Alas, this just happened to be in the program last night. I don't know. I doubt it's available on anything, but I don't know, maybe TCM, if they have on demand. Well, they do have on demand. I mean, if somebody wants to buy the movie, they surely can. It may be a higher price because it's a rarity. I don't know, but it is somewhere there. I mean, if it was in our program last night, mainly because they insist on old and very old movies, which fortunately are very often excellent. So I don't know, maybe they will have it on offer.